Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Today we are going to discuss about the northern mountains. As it is a self-explanatory term, it means that these are the mountains that are present in the north of Pakistan. Pakistan is the most geographically diverse country in the world. The land of Pakistan is divided into the seven major regions. First, Northern Mountain, second, Western Mountain, third, Balochistan Plateau, fourth, Potowar Plateau, and Salt Range, Indus Plain, Desert, and the coastal areas. I am going to explain to you later these all important topographical features. First of all, we must know what does topography means. Topography, it is a study of the surface feature of land, that is rugged land. For example, we may explain it as a land that is rugged, mean uneven. Sometimes the land is a flat, sometimes we may consider it as a bad land. So when we are discussing about the surface feature of any land, we came to know that actually we are discussing the topography. Let's come back to the northern mountains. The northern mountain highlands includes the parts of 3 points. Number one, Hindu Kush, Karakoram, and the Himalayas. These are included such as K2, Mount Cotton Austin at 8,600 meters and the second highest peak and the Naga Parbat 8,126 meters. That is the 12th highest peak in the world. You can easily be understand by looking at this map. Now look at the map. In this map you can see this is Hindu Kush, next is the Karakoram, and on the eastern side that is the Himalayas. It is more understandable to you by looking at the next slide. Look, Hindu Kush, Karakoram, and Himalayas. These are the areas that are present in the Pakistan. Now we are going to discuss the main features of each of one. Number one, Karakoram. Karakoram, the main values, although many of you are good acquainted with these valleys. Number one, the main values of Karakoram is Skardu, Gilgit, and Hamza. And the highest peak is K2. And the main glaciers are Baltro, Bhutra, Siachen, and Bayafa glaciers. Glaciers are actually the snow mountains. Now, looking at the main specific characteristics of Himalayas, the main valleys of Himalayas are Kagan, Naran, Kashmir, Neelam Valley, and Murray. The highest peak of Himalayas is Naga Parbat, that is 8,126 meters, and the main glaciers are Ropla glaciers. Himalayas is again divided into the three ranges: the Greater Himalayas, the Lower Himalayas, and the Shivalik range. That is considered as sub Himalayas. The Murray is present in the Shivalik range. This it can be easily be understandable to you by looking at this map. Number one, the most upper is the Great Himalayas. The second one is the Lesser Himalayas, and the third one that is the Shivalik range. Now look at the third one, Hindu Kush. Hindu Kush is present on the west part of Pakistan. The main valleys of Hindu Kush is Sawat, Dir, and Chitral. The highest peak is Terchmere, that is 7,708 above the sea level. And the main glaciers are Terchmere, Istrunal, and Saragar. These are the important main features of the northern mountains. Let's discuss the physiography and the natural topography of the northern regions. These mountains stretches from east to west. Do you know I have explained in the previous lecture that northern mountain stretches from east to west and they are very high in the north of Pakistan. This area is characterized by the steep sided slopes. Sometimes there are snow capped peaks and extensive glaciers with an altitude mean with the height of generally increasing from south to north, exceeding 6,000 meters to over 8,500 meters. It is very much important that you know that these stretches from east to west. Let's make a recap. It stretches from east to west, and sometimes these are having these type of the surface features and having the altitude height and increasing from 6,000 to 8,500 meters. Now look at the characteristics. Look at this valleys. Valleys mean, a place between the two mountains. Do you know? This is a valley, Naran Valley, Kagan Valley, and alongside with the river. A place between the two mountains. Can you see? A place between two mountains along with the river is known as the valleys. And the gorges, it is actually a narrow wall that is been eroded. Do you know eroded mean that is been removed by the sometime flood with the wind, that is known as the weathering. I will explain these terms later. Now come to the other one. Sometime we came to know the plateaus. Plateaus is actually a high and flat land. It looks like a table. Have you seen it? A plateau is actually the high and flat land. Do you know in Pakistan we have two plateaus, Balochistan and the Potawar Plateau. I will discuss these again in the any other lecture. Now, coming towards the alluvial features. In the northern mountains, we came to know that there are certain alluvial features, means the expansive, flat, and fertile areas to the rivers formed by sediment deposition during floods. Whenever there is a flood, land is being eroded. These are the landforms created by the deposition of the sediment like silt, सैंड क्ले और ग्रेवल, यानी जब कभी तेज पानी आता है, बहुत तेज पानी, तो वो लैंड एरोडेड हो जाता है, समटाइम्स सैंड से क्ले, एंड देन ट्रांसपोर्टेड बाय flowing water, typically forming in the river valleys, floodplains, and delta. I will explain all these particular terms in my any other lectures. Let's come back to the northern areas. So we can sum up the physical features of the northern mountains, like it had a high altitude, that is 6,000 meters above, and all snow capped. There is a steep slopes, uneven and rugged land. Rugged mean uneven land. There were the bare rock without have any covered area. There are high passes in the Nar Mountains. For example, Konjarab, Shandhu, and Lavaral. There are so many rivers, streams, and waterfalls that are present in the northern mountains. And one more, northern mountains had a lot of alpine and coniferous forests. These are the three different types of the forest that are present that above the on the highest areas. There must be chances of landsliding and avalanches. Avalanches, that is the flow of the snow when the snow moving over there. So there is a chances of the landsliding. There is a cool and snowy winters in the northern mountains. There is a little or a light rainfall that is present, and temperature vary greatly with altitude. The most important, as we are going up, we came to know temperature is going in decreases. Temperature is decreases, so we may have seen a variety of temperature that changes with in respect of the altitudes. Now coming to the drainage. Draining is a simple words. You may know draining is the water pattern. How the what sort of water pattern in the northern mountains we came to know. First, I'm going to explain to you the meaning of drainage. The drainage refers to the natural or artificial removal of a surface and surface water from an area. It is a system formed by the streams, rivers, and lake in an area. Now moving towards the different patterns. You may be well understood by this type of map. You can see natural drainage है, natural sun of water from an area's river streams. Water is coming and the different drainage networks, that is spreader. River Indus that start from the Monsoor Lake in the Karakoram range and Monsoor Lake in the Karakoram range, and they are able to distribute the water throughout the Pakistan. And there are some eastern tributaries that originate from this Himalayas and after passing through Kashmir enter in the plain and where they join the river Indus. It is a very important thing, the different rivers, river Indus and its core rivers that contributes the drainage of the northern mountains. Moving towards the importance. Do you know that northern mountains are very important for the Pakistan? It is actually a source of water. They receive number one source of water. They receive heavy snowfall because of which number of glaciers and snow-capped peaks and found in these mountains. These glaciers and snow cap melt during the summer to drain water into the rivers. Second one, we came to know that it is suitable for a hydroelectric power. It is suitable for the hydroelectric powers, that is, we will be able to make electricity with this all one. There are certain historical passes of the northern mountains. It is important that it provides natural border to China and the Central Asian Republic states. These are the sources of valuable minerals like timber and fruits. Do you know this northern? They provide protection to Pakistan against the cool winds from the Central Asia. Scenic beauty, very much important. This scenic beauty promotes tourism, for example K2. So these are very much importance of the northern mountains. Let's see the economic and human activities of the people. Number one is subsistence agriculture. People are using, the crops are limited, for example wheat, barley, state and some others ones. So they are ones that are used for only the for the local people. Fruit farming is famous. Fruit farming is very much famous in the valleys. Variety of fruits are grown. For example, apricot, walnut are most important. Another important fruits are pears, peaches, plum, grapes, cherry, and almond, which is a source of food and income. The third one, that forests provide fuel, wood, and is a source of income. These are very much important and that they are present in it. The next one, there is a cottage and small industries in the northern mountains. These cottage and small industries are very much helpful for that people. The next one is the dry fruit processing plants. There are certain dry fruit plants that are present in the northern mountains. The last one is tourism. Yes, it is the main source of income for these areas. In summer, large number of domestic and foreign tourists visit this area because of their scenic beauty. Many hotels, restaurants, and guest houses have been opened, where a large number of people find jobs. Moreover, many informal job opportunities are also created. And the last, we are discussing about the problems. There are so many problems for the people that are living in the northern areas. Number one, there is a poor infrastructure. For example, road, airports, telecommunications, the lines of electricity is less developed due to the mountainous terrain. Second one, we came to know that there is a traditional human activities. Economic activities are limited and some has developed on traditional line. So there is a low level of per capita income and high employment. The third one, schools and hospitals, they are very less. Therefore, literacy rate is low, but the death rate is high. Another problem that is malnutrition. Malnutrition is actually as farming is mostly practiced in summer and only few crops can be grown on the subsistence way, which they have to use in both summer and winter. Therefore, there is a continuous shortage of food. Another problem that is the limited availability of fresh water. Limited availability of fresh water is due to the lack of water in the winter due to the frozen temperature. There is no developed system to supply water. Most of the people depends on stream and springs for water and that is not treated. So diseases are common, for example, cholera and diarrhea. And the last one that is the extreme severe weather. Do you know? Okay, winter further increases their problem. During winter, heavy snowfall blocks and passes and roads which make transportation and trade difficult. Even people can't access hospital. Sometimes their houses collapse because of the heavy snow and trade difficulties. Even people can't access have the basic needs of life. The extreme cold in high altitudes or also have a negative effect on their health. There is